So you're going to position your chameleon on your rock or your branch. And in this case, I'm looking right here at the negative space. And I think that's an important part of your piece to consider this. I want to make sure I place the feet in the right place, and I also want to make sure that I don't put a lot of weight on the chameleon because this weighs quite a bit, and I certainly don't want to smash the feet. So the rock or the branch should be supporting the chameleon. So I decided that this would be a good position. You can actually press down on it so it becomes connected. Okay, now I want to notice that the leg is opposite the eyeball right here. And the direction of the leg goes like that, and then the bend in the elbow goes like that. So after I sort of draw that out, I want to take the back of my eraser and press so I have a little socket. I know where to place the foot. I want to follow that line down and notice that the back leg is pretty close to the tail right there. So now I want to also press and create a socket. I also want to connect this side to this side. And so I'm going to make sure I see where that connection is, and I will make a socket there, and I will do the same thing from this side to this side and make a socket. So now I'm going to roll a nice long coil, and I'm going to make it a little bit thicker than I think the legs are going to be. I'm going to cut off the ends and then divide it in half, and then divide those pieces in half again, and I will have 4 legs. Okay, so I will temporarily put one arm there, and then I can turn this over and put the other arm here temporarily, just so I could kind of get a sense of how they go. And these are going to go the opposite way. So these are going to go down like this. So I'm going to have to adjust this a little bit, take a little bit of the foot off, a little bit of the top part off. Okay, and that way, when you do this, it's going to naturally connect to your prop. So it's going to change from what it looks like in the picture. Make a bend in it. It looks better like this. Now you're going to use your score and slip techniques that you've been practicing, and just use water for slip. Use quite a bit of water on your chameleon because it's been drying out for several days now. And some pressure, and then you'll go in and use whatever tool and weld around the joints. It's important to put a little bit of pressure, and notice that the back leg again is going the opposite way. And you want to put enough pressure on so that it sticks, but not so much that you smash it completely. And go ahead, you can maneuver the leg so that it looks natural. And in this case, I'm using my nail file to split the toes, to split the feet, and the back of it to weld. You most likely don't need to put reinforcement coils around those areas, but if you think that they're weak, go ahead and do that. So carry on with the score and slipping. Get all sides, and before you commit to placing it, make sure that they're actually opposite each other so that when you look at the sculpture from all angles, it looks correct. So I'm kind of placing these back feet so it looks like the chameleon's crawling up the rock. And again, that's going to be different for each of your pieces. So there you have it, a chameleon on a rock. Next thing I will do is go and add some details. You can let this firm up a little bit overnight, and then I'm going to add some texture and work on the toes a little bit.